Hello, beautiful, gorgeous, divine light beings here on the planet at this time to transmute collective energies and to feel the shift within becoming the shift ourselves. So this eclipse is bringing a lot of energy in and a lot of energy out. So today I want to focus on what energy is leaving the collective, meaning therefore leaving our reality and our awareness, and hopefully so that definitely so it's good riddance and no longer in our business. Maybe that card would come out. So divine, great spirit, the Most High, allow us to know what energies are leaving our psyche as a collective, as the beautiful star siege are working through the energy. Well, these definitely flipped up in the back. Oh, okay, this is good. Okay, so definitely been healing, obviously, light workers. This angel card keeps coming up, so I'm gonna, even in the pre-shuffle, so I'm going to take it out. So what is leaving the collective? So we have child, wounded, and we have victim. So they did both come out in the reverse. So victim, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. And we have the shadow of the child wounded, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. So it's good to see that those attributes and these are going out of the collective consciousness. So more people are starting to awaken to their power, to know that they hold the key and they are the door. Like, we must heal ourselves in order to be healed. We can't wait for the Savior. We can only birth the Savior through choosing to save ourselves. So child, wounded, light attributes. Awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. So yes, compassion is your superpower station. Like, compassion is beautiful, and a lot of people don't give compassion willingly. They're quick to judge, but not quick to share compassion. Though I know as light workers, star seeds, earth angels, rays, as you divine beings, that compassion has always been your compass. And now you're starting to realize how wounded people are. They're not sick, they're not stupid, they're wounded, and they don't have the tools that they need to be in their highest vibration or form. So instead of judging them, we're going to learn to forgive people, forgive our past, forgive the collective past. And a lot of you will be stepping up to lead and to teach others how to heal their inner child. And we've all had such inner child work, no matter what we've been through, who we are, what our circumstances is. Like, a child will always need healing, because this world, like the inner child will always need healing energetically, because this world doesn't really validate our inner child as like this magical creature that's just this mystical force that is so pure. And that's why when we heal our inner child, we get back to our purity. We know that as our human selves, we are bound to make mistakes. We're bound to be hurt. We're bound to be triggered. But it's how we react to that. And every time that we get triggered, or every time something comes up that reflects a wound in ourselves, we have the opportunity to heal it, to give it attention, to say and to speak to it in a loving, compassionate way, so that we can change it. And light attributes of victim prevents you from letting yourself be victimized and victimizing others. So a lot of this journey in the last couple years, few years, however many years, has been beginning to put those boundaries up to keep yourself good with family, friends, relationships, external forces, things in reality. And you know that you are not your victim self. You might have been victimized, but you know that through self-love and through seeing yourself as the phoenix rising from the ashes, that you can and will be free through the divine, through source, God, universe, whoever it is that you pray to and believe in. And we'll read the shadow. Yes, and leaving the collective consciousness is acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. And that is such an issue in this community, the tarot community, the twin flame community, or any spiritualist trying to play God or be the victor. Like, it's not necessarily, like, you can hide behind fake light, definitely, and there can be somebody that's completely ran by shadows and by entities and by lower vibrations and frequencies and energies that's pushing their traumas and their beliefs, their energy on you. And then through trauma bonding, then it's just reliving it, and they're feeding off that energy to get you hooked or to keep you dependent on their knowing, their sight, their scenes, their way of doing things, when really we all need to be independent thinkers, and we need to really sit with ourselves and sit with our feelings and be like, is this my feelings? Are they? Especially if you're empathic, then you're just absorbing stuff from everything. Like, you can absorb energy from your neighbor's plant that's not being watered enough or overwatered. And unless we're doing energy work and clearings and healings, then like we could be oblivious to it. Like, I remember before I came into the wisdom that I was an empath, like, I just thought I was just overly sensitive and batshit cray, and I'm sure that's what everybody thought of me too, like in my family, like, oh, she's so sensitive, she's so emotional, well, she's always in her feelings. Well, yeah, I'm a water sign and I'm highly empathic, so yes, I guess I am. But then I had to learn the shadow attributes of that to really become a light attribute of that and harness it as a superpower, as a divine gift, not as a curse, not as something that brings negativity into my life. And the light attribute of the angels, helping those in need with no expectation of return. And that's what it is. Like, if you have wisdom, or if you've been through so much in your life, all you want to do is share your lessons so that people can gain wisdom, so that maybe you just say something that plants a seed and then that helps them claim back their own power. And one of the things about a true leader is the leader, a good leader always wants those who come to them to be their mentor or to help develop them. They always want people, like those who come to them, to become their best version of themselves, even if it's better than them. Some people don't want that. Like, some people get very insecure, very defensive and competitive and combative when they're threatened. And like in this spiritual world, like with psychics and stuff, like there's a lot of energies in the psychic realm. And even when you read in the Holy Bible, it says, do not talk about psychics. Like, don't talk to psychics, don't seek psychics, don't find your answers from psychics. It talks, don't use tarot and oracle cards. And if somebody's really religious and saying the Most High's name and the Holy Spirit, like the Holy Spirit and the psychic realm are different. You can't need that. So you have to really be strong in your spirit, in your soul, in your spiritual team to really deliver divine messages without lower energies attached to it or attached to the reader. And we're going to start to see that soon, like glitches in the system, like people copying other people, replaying other people's readings, those who are truly in their divine pillar of light, who cannot be affected or manipulated or controlled by lower vibrational energies. But there are a lot that do, and they keep you triggered and hooked on that trigger and that trauma to keep you coming back. And that's okay, because it's changing. Okay, what else is leaving us collectively after this eclipse as we go into our new year? Because there is so much stuff. Like, I am a collective purger, and I can feel the energies happen weeks, months sometimes before they come. And I'm already sitting there transmuting them, praying for them, clearing them in my own awareness, my own existence, and knowing that if I can do that, then that energy's out there for others. And I know that there's so many of you doing the same thing that help make it easier on me as I can make it easier on you, energetic. Like, we're already an energetic family and team. So many of us have had lifetimes before and done this before and came to, you know, different galactic systems to battle for the greater good against the darkness. And the only way that we do that is by healing and clearing and facing our own darkness within. So we have disconnect and boredom. What else is leaving the collective consciousness, please? Oh. Okay. Just 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Oh. Emotional withdrawal and material harvest. So what I see as with material harvest would be people putting physical 3D earthly things over being emotionally connected or feeling their feelings, and knowing that our feelings are so important, and so are our emotions, and especially in the male community. Like, for so many years they've been taught not to feel their feelings, that if they're emotional, like, they're not manly, and that's toxicity. And yes, a man is going to be more grounded in the 3D in my personal sense, because as women, like male energy is more grounded and more mutable into the physical realm, where female energy is more creative, it's more flow, it's more ebb, it's more etheric. You can't always see it, but you can always feel it. And if something doesn't feel right for us, then it's not right for us, but we have to dig into those feelings and really face them. That's how we come to the awareness that there's certain things that we carry that don't serve us for our greatest, highest good. And disconnect and boredom, like, people are going to start reconnecting to their spirit, to spirituality, to the higher force, even if that is their higher self as a force, the higher self that is more moral, that sees the bigger picture, that feels the bigger picture, that wants the bigger picture. So if any of this is what you've been feeling, it's leaving and it is passing. And this is even like lack mentality, like not having enough. Like, you're beginning to really know that the source is your source for all things. So what else is leaving? Transformation. We're standing into the transformed era. And not transformation into anything bizarre or crazy, but transforming into our soul out of our just human existence, becoming more of a soul and less than you know, the human self, only deception. So the loving woman I see here, and then deception that came out. So being the overly loving woman, being the too much of a loving woman or feminine energy that doesn't have these boundaries, that leads to be victimized because people want to take from her and cause her deception just to manipulate her energy, manipulate her creative force energy, to take from her because maybe they didn't get it in their own life growing up, or maybe because they can't find it in themselves, or they don't see themselves as that loving woman, so they'd rather deceive and take it and do anything that they can to push their crappy energy on you. So that's why we ask Archangel Michael to cut all cords, to remove all energetic cords put on us from anybody other than the Prime Source Creator. I'm planning an action. So this, like, you know, people, oh, I want the big house, the fancy car, the this and that, but it's starting not to hold so much value in the collective anymore, because not money is the root of all evil, though. If you have all this luxury, you don't get to take it with you into the afterlife. So it's so important that we plan and take action on healing and uplifting our spirit, and people are starting to become more aware of that. And if we are not holding our spirit close, then our spirit is far away and easy to be taken advantage of by those that are causing spiritual warfare, the astral war. So that is good energy. I take that. Bye-bye to the old. Like, can we just say that together, please? Okay, let's use the tarot. What is leaving the collective consciousness as of now, please, Spirit? We have the King of Wands. What is leaving our collective consciousness now? The Eight of Cups. When I see this King of Wands and like it leaving the energy, like yes, that could be the overly passionate, sexually driven, like lower attributes of the King of Wands, but I see him very meticulously planning, maybe as I'm reading this energy, maybe trying to take over new lands or just take by force. And now we're not taking by force, we're learning to receive more of our divine birthrights, and therefore the action will come as flow from the universe providing for us because we're aligning to receiving, and that's our feminine energy, the rebirth of the divine feminine. And we're walking away from heartbreaks and things that fill our cups that no longer actually uplift us or make us feel good. And if we have to leave all the cups and take what we can carry, then we will. Because no longer do we want our cups half filled or filled with something that looks good but is toxic. We want what is divine, what is spiritual, what is good for our soul. What else is leaving the collective consciousness, please, Spirit? As the whole. With the Six of Wands, the need for validation and victory. So in the lower attributes, the need for praise and fame. And that goes with this angel card and this victim. Definitely. Because like if you're helping people, you're doing it out of the just out of the goodness of your heart. You're not doing it to control them, to rise above them, to be more of a leader, more of like, people don't need this. Like, look at Hollywood right now. Like, if you have so much and you're not giving it back, like how wealthy are you really if you can't give back? If you just need the praise and the glory and the likes and the clout, it's not okay. We don't need that. It doesn't actually mean much to us. Not from a soul perspective. I'm going to actually take this out. Okay, let's get into the happy, exciting part. Okay, Spirit, what is coming towards us? So after the old is leaving, what is the new that is manifesting and integrating into us collectively? So when we walk out our houses in the near future, what energy will be bestowed upon us? Oh, we got the rebel. Oh, people gonna start standing up for things that aren't just normalized, that are now. Like what's going on behind the scenes. We don't like it. Oh, we got the Queen. Okay, hello. And we'll take the Avenger. Okay, Rebel. Challenges authority to affect social change. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve their inner needs. So yes, everybody wants to, like as humans, we're all cliquey and we all want to like operate and like feel like we fit in. Though a lot of even spiritual systems that have been put in place are only to keep us from questioning, keeping us from getting into divination, or to keep us from exploring our inner world, instead like looking outside for somebody else to teach us and show us the way. Though through being rebellious in a healthy way, like obviously not being naive, but knowing that there's spiritual warfare, knowing that there are lower vibrational spirits and higher vibrational spirits, and going through our emotions and our feelings, instead of emotionally withdrawing, we will know how those things resonate. Instead of only wanting to emotionally be connected or drawn into that validates our hurt and our pain, we are only going to invest in things that validate our happiness and our joy. And we have the Queen, radiates a regal feminine, yes, energies, okay? Uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So instead of, where was it? Which one was it? How the loving woman came out here, and how it was like deception, like being too overly loving, but being very nurturing and using your power of compassion to see the world through divine eyes. Not just as how they've been trained or what they have believed, because people, yes, they have been sold the lie, but a lot of people have bought the lie. And it's going to be very hard for a lot of people to wake up from that and to accept that they pretty much went against their own self, their own soul, and defeated themselves. And we have the Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So very sovereign energy. To do it for the morals, the higher picture. Not for yourself, not for your own gang, not for your own fame, but for the fact that you just want an earth that is balanced and that is a caring, loving place where everybody has what they need, everybody's provided for, food isn't scarce, basic needs aren't questionable. If everybody deserves them, like water. It's just something that is done, like no questions asked. Okay, Spirit, what else is coming in through us? Triumph, winning. That's exciting. Okay, what else is manifesting? Ooh, passion ignited and fulfillment of wishes. Yes, you're starting to realize and being in service and becoming this light being and becoming this creative feminine force, male or female, that you are becoming one with all that is, and that is giving you life, knowing that everything that you've went through, everything you've become, everything that you've sacrificed is for the bigger picture. It's for your bigger picture, for your higher picture, and you're going to triumph over all the pain, all the hurt, all the anger, all the betrayals. And fulfillment of wishes, like now that you can align to what you truly desire, because now you know what you deserve and what you truly desire, it's coming, it's yours, it's being gifted to you by the divine, the universe. Okay, what is coming and manifesting for us now in the collective? Oh, we got optimism, true love, and she's in the mirror, and your higher self. Yes. Oh, the synchronicities. We have 2 1s here. We had another 4 and another 4. We're just going, okay? It's happening. So true love, because now you love yourself. You know what self-love does. It sets you free. It lights you up. It just shows people how to love you. So the deceit, nothing else can come other than the reflection of yourself. So that is true love. And optimism, like looking out onto your fruitful gardens and your existence and being like, oh, I've come and I have raised over so much loaves that have came to destroy me, though I stomped on the D's head and I serve the G-O-D, and your higher self. The importance of your higher self and of the highest version of yourself being incarnated on this planet at this time is so important to you, and that's why you will not stop. You will not stop. And she has like this rose quartz looking rose crystal in her heart, like unconditional love for all, for you, for the past, for the present, for the future. And the wings, your heart is free. You freed your heart space from all the past pain, all the past traumas. And that is what you're going towards. Like if you're still working through the mud, that is the objective. This is your end goal. And yes, it's going to take the time that it takes you to get there, though there is the light at the end of the tunnel. And the light is you. It is your higher self. Okay. Oh, this is good. Okay. What is coming towards the collective? Please, tarot. Ooh. We got the world, so ending of the old, beginnings of the new. We have the star. You are healed. You are free. You are shining. You are the above and the below. And we have the fool, off to a new journey, a new beginning, a new you, a new version of you. It's not going to be a new you because it's like your authentic self. And your authentic self is like the fool ready just to like leap off and be like, you know what, I got this. I'm going to go through the journey and I'm going to win and I'm going to make it there, with the Queen of Cups on the bottom. So you're going to reclaim your loving energy. You're not going to give it to anything that no longer serves or returns that love back to you. You're healed and you're going to heal the above and the below, the earth, the astrology, all the cryptic stuff that has happened in the ethers, in the astral world, in the emotional world. You're going to heal it all from past lives, the unseen into the seen, and grounding it into the physical. Like without all of your contribution, this collective grand awakening would not happen if you didn't awaken yourself. And this is why the world is here. You're going to receive the world. You're going to be one with the world. No longer having to be in this world, but not of this world, because we're birthing a new world. We're birthing new earth. So stay focused. Keep on your affirmations. Keep on your journaling. Keep on those visualizations of what your happy, soon to be present moment is going to look like, feel like, taste like, give you life like. I know, just keep pushing, because the energies are going to be heavy every time there's a big shift. So when you're feeling it so intensely and things are coming up that, you know, you really thought you put your foot on, it's just to get it back into your awareness so you can give it the final get in your place. Never give up on you, never give up on your journey, and never forget to remember how divinely beautiful you are. And thank you for your mission work, and we'll see you soon. Beautiful light beings, consider subscribing, and let's be friends, and like, and we'll see you soon. Sending you so much love. Bye.